We're on electric now and it's glorious. Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Damo, and on today's video we're going to go through 5 reasons why you should buy a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Okay, before we get started on this pedal hour video, don't forget, if you haven't done already, please subscribe to the channel, click the little bell icon, and then you get notified whenever we do another video. Cheers. In at number 5 then, having a hybrid car means you don't have to suffer from range anxiety. So yeah, this is obvious, but you've got it with a petrol engine, especially in this particular car where it's geared more arguably towards petrol, that the electric bit of this car is designed for those small journeys to the shops, basically, full stop. Everything else, if you're going like I do on a sort of 50-mile commute there, 50-mile commute back, you're using the engine probably for 66% of the time or so, but you've got the range there, so you don't necessarily have to worry, and you've got the ease and convenience of being able to fill up with petrol in a petrol station when there's not a petrol crisis. Which again, electric EVs are, the range is increasing all of the time, and that's brilliant, but you've still got that problem of finding a charger that works, finding one that's going to deliver you enough juice so that you're not waiting, and then yeah, you're still going to have to kind of stand there and wait for the thing to charge. So Phevs, for me, give you that best of both worlds, really. So you don't have to worry. You've got the range of a petrol vehicle and the convenience of being able to top it up with petrol and drive 400 miles on a tank probably in this, which I think is amazing, and then fill it up again and you've got another 400 miles 5 minutes later, versus very few electric cars will manage that sort of range, and then to charge them up from that to get another 400 miles, it's going to take a long time. So great compromise, really, I guess. In at number 4 then, price. So if you compare this, which I've done, and I'll show you a graph that will examine a little bit more. If you look at those lines, you can see that comparing the Mercedes C350E, just looked at the estate ones, against the Tesla, and that is all the models for sale on Auto Trader that were registered up to 2017. First of all, a couple of things to note. The general average mileage of Teslas is lower than C350Es, so people in C350Es are doing more mileage. That might be because they've got greater range, maybe there's more of them as company cars, don't quite know. But interestingly, the price is massively different. You're getting, it's almost half price. See, as well as getting the premium Mercedes brand, arguably, build quality, hopefully reliability, and switchgear, which is the same as a Tesla, you're getting it for 50% of the price of the equivalent Tesla. You've got to really want a used Tesla, haven't you, if you want one. Number 3, I know it's obvious, but it can drive on electric only. Obvious being a plug-in electric hybrid, you get some, and it is only some, electric only range in this car. Now, I'll be honest, this car is nearly 5 years old, and the electric only range with a full charge, the battery in this is about the quarter of the size of the one in a Renault Zoe. So and it's obviously a heavier, bigger car. It's a 4-seater estate car. You're not going to get loads and loads of range out of it. You get, after a full charge, it will say, assuming you turn the aircon off and the fan, interior air fan, you'll get 13 miles on the dial, which you're like, oh, well, what is the point of that? Do some Googling and look at the average UK car journey distance. I did, and found out, much to my surprise, that the average UK car journey distance is about 9 miles. And I was like, wow. So that is, I guess, a lot of people doing a lot of very short journeys, probably nip into the shop and stuff like that. So for those, this car is great, and you can't overcharge this car. You have, the chargers are very clever. You plug it in, and you get your arguably up to 13 miles, that's optimistic, range, but it's enough for you to amble to the local store, shopping place, get some stuff, and if you're lucky you can even plug it in there and come back without ever burning any fossil fuels at all. It's not massive, but it's good. It's a nice way of easing you into electric car ownership, I guess. And maybe I'm on that journey. Maybe one day we'll get an electric car, but just not quite ready for it. But yeah, electric only. We're on electric now, and it's glorious. Number 2 is 2 cars in one. This car's party trick, I guess you could call it, being a hybrid. I suppose it's true of most hybrids, but I think it's kind of cool. It's got different driving modes. So there's a couple of, I suppose, less electric driving modes called e-save and charge. So e-save will save the battery for when you need it. So if you are going on like a trip to London, let's say, and you know you're going to be driving around a busy built up area, you can feel good about yourself by switching the car to e-save on your way there, which is a bit odd because you're going to be driving on a motorway polluting the countryside arguably, but then you're less polluting when you get in there because you can switch it to e-mode. So you've saved the battery for that bit of driving in the city. So it gives you that sort of option, and then you can sort of feel all warm and fuzzy about yourself because you're not throwing out fumes in the town centre. You're just moving the problem arguably to the countryside, I guess. But anyway, 2 cars in one, neat little party trick. In at number 1 then, vehicle excise duty, or in the UK we call it car tax. This particular car, if you're lucky enough to purchase a car that emits less than 100 grams of CO2 per kilometre, that was registered before sometime in April 2017, you will pay 0 car tax. This car just makes it in being registered late 2016, which means you pay no car tax. In the UK, that is. Vehicle excise duty, whatever. Thanks for watching this pedal out video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, tell us in the comments what you thought. And if you haven't done already, subscribe to the channel, click the little bell icon, then you get notified whenever we do another video. We'll see you again next time. Cheers.